Ladies and gentlemen, your Portland Sea Dogs. We ask you to now please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the performing of our national anthem by the Greeley High School Madrigal Singers. These students are an auditioned ensemble of mixed voices. They perform a variety of repertoire at school concerts and community events throughout the year, and have been singing the national anthem at Sea Dogs games since 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Sarah Bailey, the Greeley High School Madrigal Singers.
Oh, say that you see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, what the ramparts we watched.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to a big day in Portland, Maine, a doubleheader between your Reading Fightin Phils and the Portland Sea Dogs here at Hadlock Field on Tuesday night. The Fightins dropped in extra innings 5-4 after the 11th to the Sea Dogs. Yesterday was a wash, rained pretty much all day here, crummy weather in Portland, so they canceled the game and will play 2 today. Looking forward to the contest. A beautiful, bright, and sunny day here in Portland, Maine. Right now, that flag out in center field, down by the pole. Couple of gusts of wind every so often, but nothing, too serious, as it is bright and sunny and not really a cloud anywhere in the sky. And quite on the warmer side, 64 degrees today. Currently, the high. Supposed to get cloudy a little bit as the sun sets, but hopefully we'll see sun as long as we can today, as lefty Brandon Walter gets the start for the Portland Sea Dogs. He has had an exceptional year, actually was named minor league pitcher of the month earlier this season, so doing really well in April as he throws to catcher Cole Cottom, the first time we see Cottom in this series. Out in left field will be Dearden, and center Devlin Granberg, and a right Pedro Castellanos. At third, Sogard. Shortstop Christian Koss. Hamilton staying at second, and so is Tyreek Reed at first. Appreciate so much of you joining me here. A good way to end your workday. Start to relax here. Thursday, we've almost made it through the week, and that means the best baseball is yet to come. As Walter gets his final warm-up pitches in, it'll be Vito Freesia leading us off. Josh Akami, Jalen Ortiz, and Aldrim Corridor, the 1 through 4. Ollie Castillo batting fifth. Jack Conley moving into that number 6 spot. Jonathan Guzman, Hunter Marquardt, and Sal Gazzo, the 7 through 9 players. Freesia stepping into that righty batter's box as we get ready to begin today's contest. Infield, outfield, of course, back deep here to Freesia. The first pitch for a swinging strike, 5:05 here in Portland, Maine. Pitch number 2, Freesia takes out to right field. Ortiz, would be our side. Castellanos stepping back. He'll make the grab, and that is out number 1 here in the top of the first. Now, the interesting thing about Walter, other than the fact that he comes into this game with the lowest ERA, 1.17 in 4 games pitched, is that he has not given up a home run or a walk in this season, this young season. 23 innings of work, 14 hits, just 3 earned runs. As Josh Akami takes a first pitch ball inside. Lefty-lefty matchup. If anybody's going to take a walk here, it's going to be Akami. A league-leading 22 walks. As the patient hitter takes a strike. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball right side. They're playing the shift on him. Hamilton makes the throw to first, and there's 2. Here's Jalen Ortiz. On Tuesday night, Reading had 2 home runs. One from Ortiz and one from Aldrum Corridor. They pretty much hit the same spot, despite one being a righty and one being a lefty, off the Dunkin' Donuts video board that's out to left center. Just smudged in there between the main monster and left, as Ortiz is going to drop this in right center field. Reading, with 2 outs, has a base hit, although Ortiz takes it into a double. You love to see that grind there. Could have stopped at first, and Ched chose to go to second, and Reading will have a runner in scoring position here with Aldrum Corridor coming up here. 2 outs on the board. Reading has been good with 2 outs this season, and Corridor, we know, has a lot of power. Had a home run to that Dunkin' video board, which I was saying, right between that big main monster and the batter's eye out in center field. Already 2 home runs here in the 6 games he's played in a Fightin uniform. So we'll step up with Ortiz on second and 2 outs. Another lefty-lefty matchup here for Walter. And it's a first pitch strike. Walter, 156 against lefties, batting average 176 against righties. Pretty solid numbers there. And there's a strike 2 to Corridor. Down 0-2 quickly. Reading trying to get on the board first. We'll talk about how they're kind of perpetually playing from behind this season as Corridor holds off on a ball outside. 1-2 the count here. Ortiz has stolen 2 bases this season. With the infield back deep and 2 outs, he'll be running on contact. The lefty gets the sign from Cottom behind the plate. Here's the 1-2. Outside again, tries to get him a chase, a slider, but he doesn't. This is Walter's first season in Double-A, actually a product of the University of Delaware, which, of course, Fightin' Phil reliever Billy Sullivan went. Here's the 2-2, and it gets the outside corner for strike 3. I think Corridor knew it. Heads back to the dugout. Reading gets their first hit, but they strand him on second, so that'll do it here. In the top of the first, coming in for the bottom half, Noah Skiro on the mound for the Fightin' Phils. We'll talk defense in just a moment. The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both die-hard and casual fans with its summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular season tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Golden Oaks is an award-winning high-end golf club that offers golfers a country club experience without country club prices. With 5 sets of tees, golfers of every skill level will enjoy their game. Golden Oaks has Bogey's Pub, a beautiful pro shop, driving range, and learning center that will make any visit complete. Golden Oaks Golf Club is the perfect venue for private events and golf outings. Visit us for our newly opened golf simulators, complete with its own bar area and Bogey's Pub menu items available. You can stay in our beautifully restored 1850s farmhouse and then play our award-winning championship golf course. Each room includes full amenities, cable television, and quaint rustic decor. While on the premises, visit Bogey's Pub for lunch, dinner, or a relaxing beverage. We're ready to serve you here at Golden Oaks and look forward to the 2022 season.
Here in the bottom of the first at Hadlock Field, as Reading had a runner on, but they couldn't get him across in the top half. So Noah Skiro will work 0-0 here to start things off. Skiro will be throwing to Jack Conley back behind the plate tonight. Out in left, Aldrim Corridor. In center, Hunter Marquardt. And in right, Jalen Ortiz. Over at third, Ollie Castillo, Jonathan Guzman, and Sal Gaza, the middle infielders. And of course, it's Josh Akame over at first. Thanks for tuning in. Beautiful day here. I don't know the weather in Reading, but it's nice here in Maine as David Hamilton leads us off, showing signs of bunt, but he pulls back a ball number 1 here from Skiro. It's Hamilton, Dearden, and Granberg. Cole Cottom batting in that number 4 spot. Pedro Castellanos, Cameron Cannon, and Christian Koss as Skiro, the righty, misses outside again. Hamilton very close to the plate, sends this ball into right field. Ortiz doesn't read it very well, takes a couple steps back. The ball coming in very shallow, and it's going to drop in front of him. And that's a hit to start off this game for the Portland Sea Dogs. Nick Sogard batting in the number 8 spot, and Tyreek Reed dropping into the number 9 spot after having 5 strikeouts in Tuesday's extra inning contest. So with a runner on first, and the runner is going very quickly, the throw down by Conley just doesn't have enough time. I mean, that was as good of a jump as I've ever seen. Hamilton, who had 13 stolen bases coming into this game, now has his 14th. And there's a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Kind of takes away the double play ball here for Noah Skiro. And he did send a ball to Dearden. The 1-0 becomes the 2-0 outside. Skiro, arguably the best starter right now for the Fightin' Phils. Eric Miller as well, but I don't know if Miller's a true starter as of now. But Skiro, 2.63 ERA. The pitch comes inside. 13 2/3 innings pitched. A team high 2 wins on the season. 19 strikeouts to just 2 walks. 3-0 outside, 4-0. And Skiro walks Dearden down to first, although that does set him up for a double play ball. Here, if we look back at Skiro's last couple of starts, a big ground ball guy. Last outing, he threw 77 pitches, got 7 ground outs, and no flyouts. So we'll see if he can use one of those to get out of a little traffic jam on the base paths as catcher Jack Conley steps out. Gives the sign to his teams, and Skiro gets a first pitch strike here to the righty, Devlin Granberg. Granberg coming into this game batting .341. Takes a swinging strike, down and away. Good lead by Hamilton. Out on second. I mean, he's already stolen 1 bag. Castillo will have to be very aware over at third. Slow roller, bobbled by Castillo, and everybody safe. I think he just really wanted to be able to turn 2 there as he slipped on the dirt. It was hit so soft that arguably the play at first would have been tough for him. But it's going to go in as an error that allows the bases to be loaded here with nobody out. Skiro's worked out of a jam before, but as I've said, Reading as a whole has struggled really in the first inning. They have only plated 5 runs in the first. They've given up 24 runs in the first inning, which is the most out of any inning that they've played this season, so to opponents. And that accounts for 20% of all runs they've given up as Skiro misses back-to-back times. And now catcher Jack Conley is going to come out here. It's Hamilton on third, Dearden on second, and Granberg on first. Reading has played 16 of the 22 games. The opponent has scored first in 16 of the 22 games, and Reading has gone on to win just 4 of those games when the opponent scores first. Now, 3 of those wins have come on the road, so that is certainly a solid sign as Skiro misses down and away just below the knees. The count 3-0. There is no place to put catcher Cole Cottom. There's a called strike at the letters. I think Cottom knew it, but a slow call from Ton Formarola back behind the plate. Matt Carleone shifting to third and Jae-Young Kim over at first today. Here's the 3-1. Taken out to right field. Ortiz on the run. We'll see if he can catch it in foul territory. And it is just a foul ball. He kind of runs out of room over there. And just turns into a very long strike tip. Bases loaded here. Bottom of the first inning. Scoreless, though, at Hadlock Field. Nobody out. Noah Skiro trying to get out of this jam, limiting as much damage as he possibly can. The righty comes home with the payoff pitch and whizzes 92 by Cottom. He was way out in front. I don't know what he's saying to Tom Fornarola since he struck out swinging. And that is a huge out number 1 here to Skiro. He can get through this for sure. If he gets a double play, he gets out of it clean. Maybe gives up 1 or so, and Reading's not too far behind here. We saw that happen as this first pitch is whipped foul for a strike. We saw that happen in Tuesday's game. The Sea Dogs scored once in the first. Well, Reading took a 2-1 lead in the second. Certainly playing very sharp today. Fly ball into right. Ortiz tracking back. He'll make the catch at the warning track. And it was so deep that the runner on third, Hamilton, will tag and score. A sacrifice fly for Pedro Castellanos makes this 1-0. But neither of the other 2 runners tag. And that is a big out number 2 for Noah Skiro here, as Cameron Cannon, the designated hitter, steps in. Cannon went 2 for 5 as a part of the extra inning contest on Tuesday. Comes in just above the Mendoza line with a .219 batting average. Fouls the first pitch he sees back into the net behind home plate. Decent crowd here for a Thursday night. Rain out yesterday throwing me for a loop a little bit. Here's the 0-1. Taken deep to right field. Ortiz on the run. It's certainly foul. Can he make the catch? And he can. In fair territories, he takes 1 step to the right of the line, but he gets the job done. And Skiro, in a jam, just gives up 1 run. Not too bad there to get out of the inning. So Reading's going to have to work a little bit, give him some run support as we head into the top of the second inning.
K Pool and Spa offers a variety of expert services for both in and above ground pools and hot tubs. They provide the service for Pool Pavilion at the First Energy Stadium and keep it clean and maintained throughout the entire season. Based in Reading, Pennsylvania, they've been family owned and operated for 40 years. Turn to K Pool and Spa for the best value and professional service.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider for the R-Phils. International Fireworks shoots all 33 fireworks shows throughout the R-Phil season, including 6 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a retail store in nearby Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksrus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R-Phils.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phils game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Our Phils game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Reading down by 1 here coming into the top of the second inning. Jalen Ortiz did have a double in the first, but he couldn't come across, and a sacrifice fly by Pedro Castellanos scored Hamilton in the bottom half to put the Sea Dogs up here. So Reading gonna have to do a little work for Noah Skiro, who ended up getting out of a jam pretty well. And honestly, I think that says a lot about Skiro. Very composed, very relaxed under pressure. As Walter calls a timeout, he wants a new baseball, so he'll get one. Pitch clock resets here. And the lefty gets settled back on the third base side of the rubber. Comes home to Ali Castillo. 2 balls above the head. As I was saying before, Walter named the Eastern League Pitcher of the Month. Castillo goes up the middle. Walter snags it out of the air, sends it to first, and there is one. Here's Jack Conley. Walter originally selected by the Red Sox in the 26th round in 2019 out of the University of Delaware. And what's interesting is that he was not really on anybody's prospect list, as Jack Conley checks his swing, but he holds off 1-0. We might see a little small ball from the back end of this lineup today. We saw that real good in New Hampshire, as Conley fouls this one back 1-1, and I think this might be a game where we might see that again. So Walter wasn't really on anybody's prospect list, came into the system as a reliever, and ended up working the way into the starting lineup as Conley holds off on a slider down and in. And kind of worked his way into the starting lineup last year and started the year in Double-A after really impressing, put himself on the prospect list as Conley takes a swing and a miss, the count 2-2. And there is a called strike 3. 2 easy outs here for Walter. And here comes Jonathan Guzman. And so Walter worked himself up to number 9 on the prospect list pretty much in the span of 1 season, which is very impressive, especially not on the older end, but to be noticed as a prospect, just 25 years old. Ground ball back to the pitcher again. And Walter makes all the outs there. 2 ground outs and 1 strikeout. Put us quickly in the bottom of the second. Skiro coming out as Portland leads 1-0, trying to keep it that way.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
This second inning is brought to you by Spring Meadows Golf Course, conveniently located just 1 mile off exit 63 in Gray. Leading off for the Sea Dogs, the Pineland Farm 7th batter, Christian Koss.
Bottom of the second, Christian Koss to lead the Sea Dogs off. They're ahead 1-0 coming into this half inning. Skiro, just 20 pitches to get through the first. Seemed like it was a little bit more, but he ended up getting 3 consecutive outs to retire the Sea Dogs and gets 2 quick strikes here to Koss. The righty comes inside this time. Shadows starting to come in from that main monster and left. Aldrum Corridor is pretty much the only one in the shadows as Skiro tries to get Koss to chase, and he does not. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The righty comes home. A chopper off the bat to short. Fielded on the run. Guzman with a quick play. And there's 1. Guzman has looked very solid at shortstop this season. Just 22 years old, one of the younger players in Double-A. And he has started 19 and now 20 of the 23 games at short this season. So doesn't get a lot of time off either. As the swinging strike is strike number 1. Pitch below the knees. 1-1 here. His off-speed working very well, going from about 93, 94 with his fastball down to 85 with the change, and really fooling batters as Sogard pops this one foul. He'll keep his 1-2 count. Reading Fightins, of course, in their road gray here. They'll stick with that alternate road cap, navy and red, with the white cursive R. Here's a 1-2. Another foul back from Sogard. The Sea Dogs in their home whites. Probably how it will look for the better part of this series, I would think. And the 1-2 again. This time it's inside. Conley goes for a pretty good frame there, but doesn't get the call he's looking for from Fornarola. Number 9 hitter Tyreek Reed on deck. With the lefty bat, the 2-2 is swung on and missed. And there are 2 quick outs here for Noah Skiro as Tyreek Reed, who struggled with strikeouts, striking out 5 times in extra innings on Tuesday, will come up here with nobody on and 2 outs here against Skiro. Deals first pitch just a little bit outside. Doubleheader means that both of these games are going to be 7 innings. This is skyrocketed foul. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Reed, of course, has a lot of power, just hasn't played in a lot of games this season. Only the 7th of his season, spending time on the injured list and suspended for a little bit. Takes a ball outside, 2-1. A strike 2 on the outside corner. Fornarola taking a beat before making his calls there back behind the plate. And Reed will step in with 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Skiro gets him to swing and miss. And back-to-back Ks end the inning. 3 up, 3 down on either side here as we go to the third. The Sea Dogs keep their 1-0 lead.
Hey, psst. Yeah, you. You want to buy some low-priced groceries? Just follow me into this well-lit Lidl grocery store. Here at Lidl, we buy in bulk and cut down on costs wherever possible. Then we pass the savings on to you. Trust me, everything's done totally legit and above board. Nothing to be worried about. Yep, Lidl's pretty great. It's just your run-of-the-mill grocery store, except with way lower prices. Lidl. Suspiciously low-priced groceries.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage Auto Group Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis throughout the 2022 season. Visit Alex's convenient website at brgpa.com and search for your perfect home today. His custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and he's there to answer all your questions. Call Alex today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Associate Broker Alex Patansis is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils and all 11 Savage Auto Group Fiesta Friday games during the 2022 season. eXp Realty Group and Alex Patansis, where every move matters. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing,
Walter comes out here for the top of the third with just 20 pitches under his belt. He's allowed one hit so far. And has made quick work of the Fightins, as we'll see Marquardt and Gazzo to start things off and then go back to the top of the order with Vito Friscia. The lefty takes a step back, big kick, and he comes inside, a strike call to the lefty Marquardt. Puts down a bunt, it rolls foul. Marquardt is quickly down to first. Looks a little frustrated there with the way that rolled. He's going to have to come back with an 0-2 count, which is tough because you most likely will not try to lay down a bunt with an 0-2 count. Any bunt that you pop foul with an 0-2 is an automatic strike 3. Otherwise, people be laying bunts down for hours. So the infield's going to know that. They're going to back up as the lefty steps back in the batter's box, adjusting his gloves here. And we'll see if he tries it again. Sean Williams is coming to see if everything is okay with Marquardt. I think, you know what, that bunt might have stung his hand there a little bit. He's taking a moment to check it out. He looks good as he chases for a drop third strike. Down to first goes Cottom, and there's one. And here is Sal Gazzo, the switch hitter. Looks like he's going to bat from the right side this time. We did talk about earlier that Walter is just a tick better against lefty batters, and Gazzo knows that, so he is going to stick it out on the righty side. Chases a first pitch for strike number 1. Wind picking up just a little bit, pushing out to center field right now. Nothing too strong that I would think would impact the game. As Gazzo holds up, but a called strike 2, down and away. And on 3 pitches, 3 straight strikes to Gazzo, and he's down for the count as he heads back into the dugout. Strikeout number 4 there for Brandon Walter. Has a season-high 7 strikeouts and a career-high 11 that he did back in 2018. And we go back to the top of the order with Vito Friscia, who takes a first pitch, called strike. 2 outs quickly here, top of the third. Reading did have a hit in the first, but they haven't had any action since then, as Friscia a little bit unstable there. Pops one foul back into the net behind home plate. The designated hitter steps into the righty batter's box. Walter comes at his head, steps back. He's all right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Walter talks about how he can reach the strike zone with multiple pitches besides the fastball, and that has really been a big thing for him, attacking the zone. A big mental mindset is that he can hit a couple different pitches for a strike. And he actually was able to use that pandemic season to uptick his velocity with the fastball. As the 1-2 comes into Friscia, he already turns around and head back to the dugout. He knows it is strike 3. So Walter strikes out the side, and Reading is down in order. So on to the bottom half we go. Noah Skiro back out in just a moment as the Sea Dogs lead 1-0.
When the Ready Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Wild Missing Family Restaurant and Bakery, Squawk Cafe, Collegeville Italian Bakery Pizzeria, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Pizzeria, Jersey Mike's Subs, Klinger's on Crusonia, and Subway for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners, but don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The Reading Fightin' Phils birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
The third batter is brought to you by Plumbers 911. Your first call when you need a licensed insured professional for all of your plumbing needs. Call Plumbers 911. The second baseman, number 53, David Hamilton.
Skiro back out for another inning of work. He had a quick 1-2-3 in the second, so we'll see what he can do here as he'll head back with the top of the order. Hamilton, Dearden, and Granberg to lead off this inning for the Sea Dogs, who lead 1-0 in this contest. Hamilton had a hit to start off the game. Again, he shows signs of bunt here, but he pulls back for ball number 1. Couple of batters here on the left side to start off Portland's lineup. Skiro comes up high, 2-0. Shadows in left starting to trickle over to left center. Nothing impacting where Marquardt is standing, but back closer to the warning track and the wall could make things a little tricky. 3-0 the count here to Hamilton, and there's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Skiro, very relaxed starter. Was talking to him yesterday because he was supposed to start for the rainout. And he says, just give me 30-minute heads up. I can be ready to go. This ball taken out to center field. Marquardt a couple steps to his right and back a few. He makes the catch, and there is one. Here's Tyler Dearden, who took a walk in the first. And I said, that's, really tough mental mindset to come to. A lot of starters, a lot of players have very serious routines that they go to warm up, especially starters, I think. As this pitch is popped deep to left, but it's foul. Long strike to Tyler Dearden, and he says, you know what, I can't control what I can't control, and I'm just going to focus on the here and now, and I'll get ready, and I'll be ready to go whenever they need me. And I think that is a real testament to how calm he stays under pressure as he misses inside 1-1. He faced the bases loaded earlier with nobody out and got out of it with just one run across. So I think the Liberty University grad has a good mental mindset, mental toughness here as he sends a ball into Dearden. Here's the 2-1. Popped foul again. Now it's a 2-2. Gets him to chase down and inside. Like I said before, that off-speed pitch working wonders for Skiro today. as he gets out number 2 here. In the top of the third, back-to-back, he'll see Devlin Grambert. Skiro's season-high strikeout count, 7. Did that in his last outing when he went 5 innings. Sean's allowed him to be out there for 77 pitches max. We did see James MacArthur get up to 89 on Tuesday as Grambert takes the first pitch strike and a second one just outside. We haven't seen anybody go deeper than 5 innings yet, and I think most of that is pitch count, and not that Sean wouldn't have them. So I haven't seen anybody get into the 90s in pitch count. 89 with MacArthur on Tuesday was the highest. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. 2 outs on the board here, bottom of the third. The Sea Dogs lead Reading 1-0. Up the middle goes Gramberg, and he'll continue this inning as Portland gets a runner on here with 2 outs. Here's the cleanup hitter, Cole Cottom, who struck out at the hands of Skiro his first time up. Skiro just concerned with the batter here. First pitch down and away, ball 1. Runner on first, 2 outs on the board. Skiro gets the sign from Jack Conley behind the plate. Ground ball up the middle. This time Guzman is here, and he makes the play on the run to second, gets the force out, and that will do it here as the Sea Dogs stranded a runner. They keep their 1-0 lead, but Reading up to bat top 4 coming at you soon.
Roof Max of West Reading is a safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to a complicated and expensive asphalt roof replacement. Roof Max's revolutionary new technology uses natural, plant-based bio-oil to restore shingles' flexibility and instantly add 5 years of life to a roof. And treatment is around 20% of the cost of a complete roof replacement. From homes to commercial complexes, Roof Max of West Reading can help. Visit GetRoofMax.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The Sea Dog on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Leading off for Reading, number 35, Josh Ockamy.
Here's Josh Ockamy to start us off in the top of the 4th. The Sea Dogs scored on a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 1st. And that's how they lead 1-0 as Walter out for another inning of work. Ockamy cuts on and miss for strike 1. Walter still has not allowed a walk or a home run this season. He's actually only allowed 3 runs across entirely as Ockamy takes strike 2. Walter works very quickly as he faces the Sea Dogs dugout and then comes home. He checks his swing, and they say he goes around, so 3 quick pitches, and Ockamy is down on strikes, and there is out number 1 here for Jalen Ortiz, who had the only hit so far of the day. Double back in the 1st. Sends this one foul slowly up the third baseline. The play is made by Sean Williams in the coach's box. He throws it into the stands. And Ortiz steps back in the righty batter's box. Chases his swing for strike 2. Philadelphia at home plays the Mets coming up at 6:45 as Ortiz takes the pitch down and away. Lehigh Valley, a 6:35 contest against Syracuse. That's the AAA Mets affiliate. Here's the 1-2 above the letters. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jersey Shore beginning their contest against Hudson Valley in a couple of minutes. And Ortiz is going to poke this one into left field. It'll bounce in front of Dearden. And he's got the only 2 hits for the Fightins today, 2 for 2, as Reading gets a runner on first here for Aldrum Corridor. Corridor struck out his first time up as he bats from the left side here against Walter. Looks over at Ortiz on first, just 1 out on the board here. Top of the 4th, Reading trails by 1. Pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind still pushing out here to center field. Good opportunity for Aldrum with Jalen Ortiz on the bag. A wild swing. Wanted to take that out, but instead he'll take strike 2. Ortiz shuffles off of first. Lefty gives him a nod. Actually, he's going to go over there. Jalen back in time. That was 1 step off for Walter. He gets 2 per at bat. And if he wants to go for a third, it has to result in an out. Now he's going to come home. The 1-2 to Corridor's in the dirt. Aldrum thinks about chasing, but he doesn't. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ali Castillo on deck here. 1 out on the board. The lefty, glove at the chest. Looks over, Jalen goes. Ground ball on the right side. A diving Koss will make the play. And because Ortiz was running, they can't turn 2. And the inning continues with a runner in scoring position here. As Corridor out and Ali Castillo up. First pitch outside for a called strike. Walter leans over. Gets the sign from Cottom. Looks back. I think he looks at the pitch clock, to be honest. And it's below the knees, 1-1. Two outs on the board here for the Fightins. They're down by 1. They've got a runner on second as Castillo is caught up on an off-speed pitch for strike 2. Sixers play tonight as well. Looks like Joel Embiid will be out, so we will keep you updated. Actually, I think they play tomorrow at 7. So Embiid out for game 3. Could change if he passes concussion protocols. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board here. Ortiz, a good lead off of second. Nobody's holding him on with 2 outs. He'll go on contact. And Ali Castillo up the plate. 2-2 outside, full count. I think this is actually the first full count we have seen Brandon Walter get to. He's been just that dominant. Here's the payoff pitch, swing and a miss by Castillo, and that will do it here. They strand Ortiz on second for the second time today. And the score remains 1-0 Portland. They're up in a minute. Skiro out in just a second.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on the 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating over 70 years of senior living.
The time has come for businesses to grow, to prosper, to innovate, to succeed. Tompkins Vist Bank continues to be a leading lender to companies in southeastern Pennsylvania. We make decisions locally and invest locally, so local businesses can thrive. Call a business advisor today and see how we can help your business grow. Tompkins Vist Bank, locally focused, a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And Kansas City in section 109, row A, have all won t-shirts courtesy of Duncan. And the fourth inning is sponsored by Ray's on Marine Adventure. Today's CL Healthcare game winner is Craig Carslow, who's made your way to the Food Product Mega Test in the car course to collect your prize.
Skiro back out for another inning of work here in the bottom of the fourth. He's allowed one run across. That was back in the first, although it is unearned because of that error by Ollie Castillo. He's only allowed 2 hits on the board, 1 walk, and he struck out 4. He's done back-to-back pretty clean innings, so we'll see what he can do here in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Castellanos, Cannon, and Koss. Infield, outfield, back deep here. That shadow in left starting to trickle in a little further as Castellanos sends this right where Ortiz is standing in right field. And an easy out, number 1 here for Noah Skiro. Here's Cameron Cannon, the designated hitter, who flew out to right his first time up. Skiro, 55 pitches under his belt here. The righty sets up on the first base side of the rubber, gets a chase out of Cannon, but he doesn't go around, says Kim out on first. That one's in for a called strike at the knees. Good frame by Jack Conley. Swing and a miss as Cannon chases that off-speed offering. 1-2. And that's in it for a strike 3. Cannon already on his way back to the dugouts. Strikeout number 5 for Noah Skiro as Christian Koss heads up to the plate. Already 2 quick outs here, bottom 4. The Sea Dogs lead 1-0. They have since the first. Pretty quiet on either side since then. Check swing by Koss. It doesn't matter. It's strike 1. Skiro working quickly, just a little bit outside. Jack Conley using that 1-knee kick-out stance. On his left knee down, back up the middle. It's off the foot of Skiro. He can't find it. As it bounces behind him, he's just going to eat it up. As Koss safe on first. That's going to have to go in as a single. Which is tough there. I think if it had gotten between the feet of Skiro, somebody in the infield could have grabbed it, but deflected they'll say in the scorer's notes. Accidental deflection, but it's all the same. And so now he'll have to work with a runner on and 2 outs here for Nick Sogard. Sogard struck out his first time up. Koss out on first. He's had 3 stolen bases, and I could tell Guzman is watching him very closely. He would be the one to cover at short because Sogard is a lefty bat. Fouls one back. Into the stands, 0-2 here. Skiro really focused on the batter. Glove at the waist. He comes home just a little bit low. 1-2. Runner on first. 2 outs here. Portland leads just 1-0. And it's inside. 2-2. Remember, this is game 1 of a doubleheader, so just 7 innings in both games. Kind of cuts out Reading's best hitting innings, but we'll see how it goes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike 3. That'll do it here as Skiro gets out of the inning, stranding a runner on. To the 5th we go. Reading down by 1.
Alrighty, the name of the game is musical chairs to receive over stereo. Play some music and see who wins. Alright, DJ F, let's do it. Alright, and they are off. So we've got Grayson, Brooklyn, Melissa, and Alicia playing with us. Alright, the music stop, guys. Find a chair. Everybody, let's hear it for Melissa. Nice try. We're going to take away chairs. Alright, down to 2. Let's see how this goes. Oh! Brooklyn sweep that in. Let's hear it for Alicia. Nice try, Alicia. Alright. It's now down to Grayson and Brooklyn. They used a slugger 3 challenge. They got a bunch of books and one activity. Oh! And it looks like Brooklyn is all on our way so much. Over to Scary.
Remember when you reach over there and get your better choice. This milk is Oak IBEW 567 is looking for anyone interested or currently working.
Brandon Walter out on the mound here, top of the 5th. Just 50 pitches under his belt. Certainly has the opportunity to potentially go a complete game here. Although a complete game would only be 7 innings. He'll face Jack Conley, Jonathan Guzman, and Hunter Marquardt here. The Sea Dogs lead 1-0. About the halfway point in this contest. Conley struck out looking his first time up. Takes a second to get in the batter's box. And the first pitch from the lefty Walter is a strike. Reading 2 hits on the board, both of them from Jalen Ortiz today. And the 0-1, down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ground ball, the left side. Across the diamond goes Sogard, out number 1. Here's Jonathan Guzman. Guzman takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. This offering's below the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice crowd here at the ballpark. What a beautiful day in Portland, Maine. Softly tapped off the end of his bat, but it rolls foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm sure we'll see a couple more fans trickle in. The workday just ending. And, of course, a whole nother game left to play tonight. 2 for the price of 1 today. On the third base side of the rubber, the lefty faces his home dugout. Comes set at the chest, takes a step back, kicks and fires home, and throws off speed as Guzman way out in front for out number 2. Strikeout number 8, a season high for Brandon Walter. And here is Hunter Markwart with 2 outs on the board. Chance to get something rolling here for the Fightin' Phils. Down by just 1. This has really turned into quite a pitcher's duel. But all it takes is 1 swing of the bat. Markwart fouls it back over the plate, down 0-2. Couple of Phillies caps, couple of Phillies jerseys out in the stands today, mainly Red Sox, but nice to see some hometown pride as Markwart chases strike 3. And a season high 9 for Walter as he sits down the Fightins in order. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Skiro out for another inning of work. The Sea Dogs up by just 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2022 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are healthy, safe, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community for animals anywhere by visiting humanepa.org.
This is the Crazy Hot Dog Vendor coming to you from the radio booth. When I need to get somewhere in a hurry and the ostrich isn't cutting it, I hop on my Harley Davidson from Classic Harley Davidson. It's your one-stop shop for all your Harley needs. They have everything you need from boots, jackets, t-shirts, gloves, mugs, and oh yeah, they have a great selection of bikes too, which are almost as good on gas as an ostrich. Go to Classic Harley Davidson for everything Harley Davidson, and I'll see you at Harley Night.
Leading off for the Sea Dogs, first baseman number 37, Tyreek Reed.
Bottom of the 5th here. The Sea Dogs leading 1-0. Noah Skiro gets a first pitch strike here to Tyreek Reed. It'll be Reed. And then back to the top of the order with Hamilton and Dearden here. Skiro with pitch number 71. A ball down and away, 1-1. 77 his high this season. I think in his 4th start, Shaw Williams will give him a little bit more, especially the way he's throwing right now. Was only allowed 3 hits and 1 unearned run on the board. The 2-1 down and away, 3-1. Skiro taking a deep breath, comes home. Reed sends this out to right field. Ortiz coming in a couple steps, makes the catch. Well, I spoke earlier about how big of a ground ball guy Skiro was, and then now pretty much most of his outs have been flyouts, which is interesting how that works. Here is David Hamilton, the top of the order here with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Hamilton 1 for 2 today. Skiro facing this lefty-heavy top part of the order. Sea Dogs just a 1-0 lead. A first pitch strike from Skiro moving quickly. Gets a second one off a swing and a miss by Hamilton. Time is called. The lefty takes a step back, keeping his left foot planted in the box. Closes in on home plate. Here's the 0-2. Pop foul. He'll get to go again. Wind switching directions here now, going left to right now. Obviously much more in favor of the lefties. Hamilton takes this out to center. Charging in is Marquardt. He makes the catch at his shoulders. Out number 2. Skiro has kept the Fightins in this game. If they could just get the bats going a little bit. Bercy's going to get out of this inning. Too quick in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Tyler Dearden, ground ball right side. It gets in the hole. Dearden continues this inning with a single. And here is Devlin Granberg, who's reached twice today, once on an error and once on a base hit. Skiro, pitch number 80 here, has dropped his ERA down to 1.96, which for a starter is incredible. Cuts in the inside, just a little bit too much for a ball. Reading no runs on 2 hits. They made 1 error in the field. The Sea Dogs 1 run on 4 hits. Granberg sends this deep to right center field. Bounces off the wall. Marquardt flips it to Ortiz. Ortiz bobbles it, and that's going to score a run. Two 2-1 Sea Dogs. As Dearden able to score from first, Granberg gets all the way to third. I don't know if that's going to go in as a triple. I would think double and advance. Not my call, though. We will have to see how it goes in the scoring book as Cole Cottom comes on either way with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs on the board. Cottom takes the first pitch strike. Riding down 2-0 here, bottom 5. 2 outs on the board. Skiro misses beneath the zone, 1-1. Tipped off the bat and into the net behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs on the board. We've seen it before. Can Skiro get through it? This time with a runner on third. He certainly held the Fightins in this game. Pitch number 85. Conley thought that was called strike 3. Turned to go back. No call from the home plate umpire, Tom Fornarola. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Glove at the waist. Skiro, the payoff pitch. Fly ball into left center. It will certainly drop in and score a run. That'll be a stand-up double from the cleanup hitter. Make it 3-0 Sea Dogs. And the inning continues with a runner on second. And now we're going to see a visit from manager Sean Williams. That was going to go in as a triple to Granberg, just so you all are aware. Austin Ross warming in the bullpen. I think he's ready. And that'll be it for Skiro, who had a bang-up day on the mound. Just a little blip to close it out here, but still very incredible day. As he heads back into the dugout, we will take a quick break for Austin Ross to warm up.
This month's organization is sponsored with Children's Hospital, which will receive care that's as unique as they are. As name's only full-service children's hospital, they offer everything from well-found visits to specialized medical and surgical treatment of complex illnesses and injuries. Even a small individual act of kindness can ripple out into something significant for kids that are facing challenges nobody ever wants to face. Visit rippletheriver.com to help.
Austin Ross here trying to get us out of the bottom of the fifth. 2 runs have already scored from the Sea Dogs, so they lead 3-0. There's a runner on second that Ross will inherit. 2 outs on the board here as the reliever tries to keep us in this game as much as he can. Ross will face the righty Pedro Castellanos, who sent 2 deep balls to right field, and he'll send him a first pitch outside, ball 1. Ross's last outing, 2 innings of clean work, 1 strikeout, 1 for 2, and scoreless appearances after joining us from the Florida Complex League. Castellanos lifts this one into center. Marquardt on the run back. It'll drop in and score a run. Back-to-back doubles makes it 4-0 here. That run tracks back to Skiro. And now the runner is Ross's. I'm not exactly sure what Hunter Marquardt's doing out in center. He keeps tossing the ball to somebody else to throw in. He has a good arm, so I'm not sure exactly why he's not throwing it in himself. And Ross gets a first pitch strike here to Cameron Cannon. Cannon 0 for 2 today. Pitch gets past Jack Conley, and Castellanos will get himself to third. RBIs this inning to Ramberg, Cottom, and Castellanos as they've had 4 consecutive hits here with 2 outs on the board, bottom of the 5th. The Sea Dogs lead 4-0 in this 7-inning contest. We're cruising, just struggling to get out of the bottom of the 5th here as Ross gets a big swinging strike from Cameron Cannon and looking for just 1 more. Righty on righty matchup. Ross, the ball behind his back. Glove of the chest here. The 1-2. Out to left. Corridor takes a couple steps. Should be able to make the catch, and he does, ending the inning, but not before. 4 hits, scores 3 runs, and makes it 4-0 Sea Dogs. Reading will have some work to do, but it's their turn to bat. Top of the 6th coming up in just a second.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus, 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phil's mascot band. Regular season tickets are $31 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons, a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands brought on by the pandemic, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com. Highline Merchandising, formerly Textiles, is your local small business company that provides screen printing, design, and merchandising services for local, national, and international businesses, bands, shows, and festivals, including 7-time Emmy Award-winning show Schitt's Creek and Unsolved Mysteries. Visit our website at highlinemerchandising.com.
Reading's got a little work to do, down by 4 to Portland here, top of the 6th, in game 1 of a 7-inning doubleheader. Walter will stay out on the mound. 60 pitches under his belt. Salgazzo will start things off with the foul ball back. Then back to the top of the order with Frisha and Akami. Reading just 2 hits on the board here, both of them off the bat of Jalen Ortiz. The Sea Dogs had 1 in the first and then 3 in the bottom of the 5th as Gazzo takes the ball down and away. Walter, another pitch outside. Shadows starting to creep up the third baseline as Sal cuts on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Not at home plate yet, but will start to cover the field in just a moment. Gazzo, slow ground ball up the third baseline. It is foul. He'll have to go back and keep his 2-2 count. Reading looking to just keep the line moving here. Get somebody on. Down by 4, just 6 outs to go. And of course the home team, Portland, will get to bat last. Or not at all, if nothing changes. See someone down there with the Fightin's cap. Love that. Here's the 2-2 to Sal. A called strike 3. That's his 10th strikeout of the game for out number 1 here. To the top of the order we go with Vito Fresia. Walter steps back, kicks and fires. Fresia is going to send this over the shortstop's head into left center, and Reading has a base runner. So there's 1 on and 1 out here for Josh Akami. Akami from the left side. Way inside, Ak bounces back. He's all good. 1-0. Fresia has not stolen a base yet, and I think with Reading's lack of runners today, they won't want to lose one as this is out to center. Coming in, Granberg makes the catch. Fresia remains at first, 2 outs. Here's Jalen Ortiz, pretty much the only person that's been hitting off of Walter. He's had a double and a single in today's contest. 2 outs, he'll look to just keep it going. Walter gives a look to Fresia at first. Now he'll come home to Ortiz. Wild swing and a miss. Strike 1. He's hit in the right leg, trying to walk it off down to first. That'll shift Fresia to second. Not ideal to keep the line moving as long as he's okay. Hobbling a little bit down to first. Trying not to put any weight on it, but I think he'll be good. And there's 2 on, 2 outs here for Aldrim Corridor. 1 swing of the bat could put Reading right back in this game. I think Ortiz, taking his time, finally gives the okay. He's going to stay in. Sean Williams giving the signs to his team. Corridor from the left side. Nobody has taken Walter deep this season. Time is called. Step off by the pitcher. T's jumping around out there, just trying to make sure he can put pressure on it. Corridor, strike 1. Walter looks back at second, now will come home. Down and away, he gets Corridor to chase. 0-2. 2 outs already here, top of the 6th. Reading down 4-0, just looking to chip away in this 7-inning contest. Running out of time. 2 on, though, 2 out. Here's the 0-2 to Aldrum, way outside. Good stop by Cottom. Here's the 1-2. Again outside, 2-2. Freesh on second, Ortiz on first, 2 outs here, top of the 6th. Here's the 2-2 to Corridor. 3 balls, 2 strikes. He's trying to get him to chase down and away, and he hasn't just yet. Koss keeping a quick eye on Freesia. Here's the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, and that is Walter's first walk of the season as he loads the bases. Corridor jogs down to first.
Third baseman number 40, Ali Castillo.
You don't realize how incredible that is for Walter. Has faced almost 100 batters and has not walked anybody. And now he walks someone to load the bases here, so we will see a visit from the pitching coach, Lance Carter. As the bases are juiced for Ali Castillo here, Reading has got to chip away at the Portland 4-0 lead. They do have 2 outs on the board. Castillo's 0 for 2 today, a ground ball back to the pitcher and a strikeout. The entire infield coming in for this meeting on the mound. Carter to trust in his starter. There is somebody warming in the bullpen for the Sea Dogs as Walter gets to 77 pitches. Freesia on third, Ortiz on second, Corridor on first. Castillo pops up the first pitch he sees. Shallow right field, the second baseman Hamilton makes the catch and retires. The bases loaded for the Fightins. They don't get a run across. Should be Ross coming in for the bottom of the 6th, trying to keep it just 4-0 in a moment.
There you are in the great wide open when you hear it. Dinner time. When you're hungry, you're not going to let 5,000 feet of mountain get in your way. And if they try, that's what Kia's lineup of exceptionally capable SUVs with available all-wheel drive is for. The Telluride, Sorento, Sportage, and Seltos are how you know we take this pretty seriously. The SUVs and the dinner. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Visit kia.com for details. Always drive safely.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" the hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Reading trails 4-0 to the Portland Sea Dogs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They had the bases loaded in the top half, but they couldn't get a run across. So Austin Ross will do his best to keep them in this game. as we see Christian Koss, Nick Sogart, and Tyreek Reed 7 through 9 in the order. Ross gives him a first pitch ball. Second one, smacked foul, 1-1. The Sea Dogs 4 runs on 7 hits. Reading no runs on 3 hits. They did make 1 error in the field. The final line on Ski Row, 4 2/3 innings of work. 6 hits, 4 runs, only 3 earned, 1 walk, and a season high 6 strikeouts on 87 pitches. Not a bad start for Ski, as this ball is smacked over Marquardt's head. He came in a couple steps and it went right over. And heading to third is Koss.
That triple is sponsored by Nissan. Nissan innovation that excites. Shop NissanUSA.com today. Third baseman number 7, Nick Sogard.
So, a runner on third to start off this inning, as Nick Sogart steps in the left side. Ball and a strike here that grazes the outside corner. Shade has now come over third base onto the shortstop territory as the infield comes in as well, trying to preserve the run at the plate. Pitch in the dirt. Good block by Conley, 2-1. So got on third, nobody out. Here's the 2-1. Into shallow left. That'll score a run. And that's the problem when you play in, you risk a hit like that. If Guzman was playing out, maybe he could have gotten to it. But they play in to preserve the run at the plate. And that's just a risk you take. So here's Tyreek Reed with a runner on first and nobody out. Sea Dogs lead 5-0. First pitch strike here to Reed, who's 0 for 2 today. Second pitch fouled off. The mask of the umpire seems okay. No balls, 2 strikes here to Reed. Ross looking for the first out. They get the strike and they get the throw. No, the ball trickles into center field. Good backup by Marquardt.
The first batter is brought to you by Plumbers 911. Second baseman number 53, David Hamilton.
And they get the strikeout to Reed. Stolen base by Sogard puts him on second. Ripped up the first baseline, foul. Hamilton, top of the order. 1 for 2 today. 1 ball, no strikes here to Hamilton. Guzman paying close attention to Sogard out on second. Hamilton sends this down into right. Ortiz coming in, make the catch on the run. Tagging is Sogard. The throw is good. It's just not in time. And so without number 2 on the board, the Sea Dogs get a runner on third for Tyler Dearden. Nothing here. The Sea Dogs lead in the bottom of the 6th. The 7th is the final inning as Dearden sends this one foul into the stands. A young fan gives chase. Here's the 0-1. In for a called strike. Out to center. Marquardt takes a couple steps and he makes the catch. That'll do it. The Sea Dogs put another one on the board. They lead by 5. Reading has 3 outs to work with here, top of the 7th, in game 1 of the doubleheader.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. With Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by eXp Realty, Breakthrough Beverage, Humane Pennsylvania, Origlio Beverage, and Mal Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchador de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Savage Auto Group is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an Our Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play in their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage Auto Group, Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Whether you know your style or need help finding it, shop Jordan's Furniture at the main mall or Jordans.com. Experience the style at Jordan's. This pitching change brought to you by Royal River Heat Pumps, now pitching for the Sea Dogs. Number 61, O'Donnell.
A pitching change here for the Portland Sea Dogs in the top of the 7th as O'Donnell Mosqueda replaces the starter Brandon Walter. Reading will have 3 outs here to come up with 5 runs. Leading things off is Jack Conley, followed by Jonathan Guzman and Hunter Marquardt. As Conley takes the first pitch strike, Mosqueda gets strike 2. Walter finishes with 6 innings of work, just 3 hits, shut out the Fightin' Phils on 1 walk and 10 strikeouts. So quite a quality start out of Brandon Walter, the Eastern League pitcher of the month. Mosqueda misses upstairs, 1 and 2. Conley takes this out to left center. Going back at the wall is Granberg. It bounces off. Conley going for three. The catcher is about to put up a triple as he slides in. And if you want to talk about starting things off hot, that is the way to do it.
Shortstop number 4, Jonathan Guzman.
So Reading gets a runner on here with nobody out for Jonathan Guzman. First pitch down and away. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Guzman's just got to poke this deep enough into the outfield to at least get 1 run on the board for Reading. But he pokes it in the right side. Ground ball to Reed. He'll make the play himself. That's good enough to score Jack Conley, and Reading gets on the board 5-1 here. 1 out now for Hunter Marquardt.
Center fielder number 49, Hunter Marquardt.
Marquardt from the left side takes the first pitch straight up in the air. Koss backs up at short, backing up still. He'll make the catch for out number 2.
Second baseman number 7, Sal Gozzo.
Gozzo takes the first pitch outside. Down to their final out here, top of the 7th in game 1 of the doubleheader. Reading trails 5-1. Gozzo 2 balls and a strike here. The switch hitter batting from the right side this entire game with the lefty Mosqueda on the rubber after the lefty Walter. 2-1 becomes a 2-2. Strike on the outside corner. Infield, outfield, back deep. Sal looking to just keep the line moving. 2 outs on the board. Here's the 2-2 in for a called strike 3, and that'll do it. Portland takes game number 1, 5-1. Reading just narrowly avoids getting shut out thanks to Jack Conley's triple here in the top of the 7th. Came home on a ground ball by Jonathan Guzman. Starter Noah Skiro had a nice outing today, but just wasn't enough against the Sea Dogs, so they take the first contest 5-1. We'll be back in about 30 minutes, so I would say 7:15. We should be back on for game number 2, so I hope you'll join me then. It'll be Adam Leverett on the mound for the Fightin' Phils versus righty Brian Bayo. So, thank you for joining in. Fightin's drop, game 1, 5-1. Game 2 on at about 7:15.